Hey everybody, it's Trags. I'm joined by someone new this time here in Cleveland, Ohio. Nick Coit, sports director for ABC 6 in Providence. Nick, you've been around the Celtics all season long. You've been around the Celtics all playoff run long. And now here in Cleveland, the Celtics have a chance to do something very special, something they did in 2008 when they last won an NBA title, and that is close out the Eastern Finals on the road. They did so that year in Detroit, of course. Everybody remembers 89-81. That was their first road win of the playoff season that year. Can they do the same this time around? What was your read on shoot-around this morning?
Yeah, they can. It's just we'll see. I mean, they have to execute, and I think that was something that I was asking some of the guys. Is obviously they're 1-6 on the road in the postseason, and that one win came in Philadelphia, that Game 3 win. And it seemed like it was a lot of talk about execution and just kind of staying within yourselves, too, because Terry Rozier said, I think a lot of times they try to make the home run pass, the home run play on the road, leads to turnovers, leads to what they had problems with in Game 4 of this series, which was missed layups, missed dunks, trying to do too much. So they're capable of it, but it's a young team. We'll see what they can do here in this environment, but if they can stay within themselves and just stick to what they do best, then they have an opportunity for sure.
I thought Terry Rozier was a great storyline this morning because, guys, a lot of media and reporters were asking him about his youth growing up here in the Cleveland area, of course. That's been well documented. But he was a kid in 2007 when the Cavaliers and LeBron made their first NBA Finals, and he recalled all the times that he was on the street doing promotions with the Cavaliers teams and when they were on their street team community relations, putting the mask on. Yeah, it cool. Just, his eyes lit up, and it was so much fun to watch him remember that, but it was also interesting to get his perspective. Sure. Now he realizes that 11 years later, he's in a position where he can knock out LeBron and end that 7-year run.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, and you're right. He did light up talking about it. I think Terry Rozier has been, he's not only a great story here in this series and being a local kid, but it's been a great story for the whole postseason. I mean, to step in the way he has for Kyrie Irving, who's your elite player, your star, and play the way he has, it's great. Can he take it on the road, though, is the question. And, you know, you look at the splits with a lot of these young players, including Rozier, you know, he's scoring, 5.5 points less a game on the road. So can he take it there? We'll see if he stays within himself. I know he's had a couple of games on the road where he's turned the ball over a little bit too much, but if he embraces the moment, embraces being here, and embraces the fact that they can end LeBron James's final streak tonight by getting this victory and obviously live out maybe a childhood dream of his, then yeah, he can do it.
You know, I asked Terry Rozier, I asked Jaylen Brown the following question: can the Celtics win ugly? Does the fact that they shot a combined 9 for 30 in game number 5 but still found a way to win mean something? And they both said, yeah, look, this is the kind of game where you're going to have to probably win ugly. They're going to be jazzed up. You know LeBron's going to bounce back.
Absolutely. And I think Rozier called it a dogfight. That's what it is on the road, especially if you want to win in somebody else's house. Especially it's Game 6. It's LeBron coming home. If you win this series, this Game 6 potentially could be LeBron's possible last game here in Cleveland if he bolts in the offseason. So there's motivation there for LeBron. I've been saying all series, though, that LeBron can do what LeBron does. If his teammates are doing what they're capable of, that's dangerous for the Celtics. And I think I said on the Sportscast the other night that guys like Kyle Korver and J.R. Smith and Kevin Love,
they're different players here in this building.
They turn from players to pumpkins when they go to Boston, and then they come home and they're players again. It's just, it clicks like that. If they do that again in Game 6, it's going to be tough for the Celtics to win here. If they can limit those guys and let LeBron do his thing, then you have a shot.
Okay, you were in on Brad Stevens. You get the sense that they're going to go with Aaron Baines again in the starting lineup. I thought it worked way too well on Wednesday night for him to go away from that.
Absolutely, and I think I heard somebody on Twitter talking about how I wonder if he's going to play Semi Ojeleye with that throw off Ty Lue again, too.
It did the other night.
It did. I mean, so stick with what works, I guess, and it's sort of ride the hot hand. But you're right, Aaron Baines made an impact, especially down low. It was a switch that the Celtics made that worked. So if it's working, go with it. And if it works on the road, great. You're going to win Game 6. You're going to win the Eastern Conference Finals. If it doesn't, you come home for a Game 7, and maybe you make another sort of switch. Who knows?
Going to put you on the spot, Nick. Who wins?
I say Cavs win tonight. I say Cavs come home and win tonight, but I say the Celtics go home in Game 7. I think LeBron puts on a great performance, a great show. He had a triple-double in a Game 2. He puts on that kind of performance, but the Celtics win in 7. That's the way I see it.
I really do like the Celtics tonight, and I'll tell you why as we wrap it up here. I think they know you're playing with fire if you get LeBron in a Game 7, especially when he knows that his other teammates have been playing so poorly on the road. You're playing with fire. I think the Celtics know they can close them out. They have the Cavs on the ropes. They're going to come out strong, and I think that's going to be their motivating force tonight.
It's going to be a tremendous story if they do. If they win the Eastern Conference Finals here and they go to the NBA Finals, this team, without Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward, they're going to go to the NBA Finals. Be an awesome story.
We will have you covered on CLNS Media and CLNSmedia.com. Follow us on Twitter at CelticsCLNS. Follow me on Twitter at Trags, Trags. I want to thank Nick Coit. Nick, how can people follow you on social?
At Nick Coit, NickCoit. Very simple.
And be sure to watch him on ABC 6 in Providence. He is the sports director. Thank you, Nick, for joining us. He is Nick Coit. I'm Mike Petralia inside Quicken Loans Arena for Game 6 tonight here in Cleveland. Will the Celtics wrap it up? I'm Mike Petralia. He's Nick Coit, CLNS Media.